All right, look at number 1. If you guys enter the square root of negative 49 in your calculator, what's it going to give you?
Error.
Error, domain error. So Willie, don't worry about the negative. Let's just figure out what the square root of positive 49 is. So my answer is 7i. Where did the I come from?
Negative.
The negative. Okay.
So our test is gonna be on this stuff, right?
All this is on the test plus the ellipse stuff we did last week.
Wait, this is going to be on the test?
All this is on the test. All right, Ariana, look at number 2. We're just going to type it straight into the calculator, but you can't type negative 48. Let's just type square root of positive 48. Answer is going to be 4i root 3. Where did the I come from? Negative. So a lot of these are just calculator problems. Number 3.
This is going to be on that.
It's all the same stuff we're doing now. Look at number 3. It says 6 square root of negative 12. So Ariana, what are you going to type in your calculator?
6 whatever.
Right, don't type the negative. So 6 square root of 12 is
12 I root 3.
easy. Let's go to 4. All right, 4, I think you can type it in the calculator, but you really don't have to. Look at the top. What's the square root of 16? Look at the bottom. What's the square root of 25? So it'll be 4i over 5. Remember, put the I on top in that situation. All right, now number 5. If you guys try to type number 5 in the calculator, it's going to give you a decimal. We don't want that. So let me show you how to do it instead. We got an I, we got root 2 and root 7. All right, does everybody follow me? You guys remember how to fix it by hand? I brought the I out front.
Where?
Whatever's on the bottom is what you times here and here. I think we've done that. So my answer is I root 14 on top, plain 7 on the bottom. That's how you do 5 and 6.
Wait, how would you put that into account?
Okay, that's what I just said. If you put that one in the calculator, it's going to give you a decimal. I don't want a decimal on these, so do 5 and 6 by hand. Just flipped off. All right, so you guys try number 6 by hand, see if you can do it. All right, so number 6 is going to be I root 8 over 3. So I times by root 3 and root 3. All right, on top, I got I root 24. On the bottom, I got 3. Now, we got to do an extra step on this one. All right, Jason, the root 24, if you put it in your calculator, it will simplify. So let's do that. Root 24 is, it gave me 2 root 6, so that's going to be 2i root 6 over 3. Question. Right here, number 6.
So how would you know if you have to put it in the calculator again?
Well, you could put this one in the calculator again, but it's not going to change. And I knew that, so I just did. So always try to put them in the calculator on the second time.
So you just put 24 over.
All I did was put root 24 in the calculator. It gave me that, 2 root 6. All right, number 7. Now, number 7, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. I-42. Do y'all remember how we did this? All right, so Ariana, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what would I-5 be? Go back up here, Willie. That's I-6, I-7, I-8, I-9, I-10. It goes on forever.
If it ends with a 2, I'm sure it's going to
So what's the fastest way to do I-42?
About 4.
Divide it by 4, see what you get, Willie. Willie, what's 42 divided by 4? Put it in your calculator.
4.10.5.
If it's got 0.5 on the end, it's this one, so my answer is negative 1.
So y'all is divided by 4.
Yep, so do number 8 the same way. Do number 8 the same way. What's 91 divided by 4? 0.75 is this one, so it'd be negative I. I think those are pretty easy. Since y'all are going to have your calculators, it shouldn't be a problem. All right, next problem. Look, if it's got a plus sign in between them, all you do is add like terms. 7 plus 9 is 16.
That's 6.
I got negative 6i plus 11i. That's going to give me 5i. So Willie, that's all you do is add like terms, and you're finished. Don't even need your calculator for that one. All right, can we go to 10? Go to 10?
Hold up.
Okay, I'll go
Wait a
back.
minute.
All right, now let's go to 10. All right, before I can add up like terms on this one, guys, I need to simplify. Let's look at this one. 5 plus, let's plug in our calculators a square root of 8 and tell me what it simplifies to.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. 2i root 2. Nathan Willis, where did the I come from?
Wait, how would,
There.
Go ahead.
I thought you did 5 plus 13.
Yeah, you will, but I'm simplifying this first. Put it in your calculator first, and it gave us 2 root 2.
How would you have to simplify them all?
If you don't know, just plug it in real quick. All right, other side would be negative 13 plus. I don't think root 2 is going to simplify, so all I'm going to do is bring the I out. That'd be 4i root 2. All right, so now after I simplify, now you guys just add like terms. All right, so Willie, what do I get when I add up these two right here? Put them in your calculator if you need to.
Negative 8.
So I got negative 8, then I got to add up these two. Now look, why are these like terms? Because they both have a root 2. So all you do is add up 2i plus 4i and get 6i.
6i root 2.
So that one was a little harder. You had an extra step in that. All right, 11, 12, and 17 are all the same kind of problem. All right, 11. What I need y'all to do first is distribute on both sides and then combine like terms. Go. All right, so final answer on this one. To multiply here, I got negative 12 plus 48i. I got 15 plus 21i. So now let's add like terms. I can add negative 12 and 15. 48 plus 21. What's that, 69? All right, so that's my answer on 11. All right, y'all do 12 the same way. Nothing different about 12. So quickly do 12, and then we'll do 13 and 14. It's got a square. You guys remember what you have to do when something's being squared? You got to write it twice. You got to full it out. So we got to write 3 minus 4i times 3 minus 4i. All right, try to full that out and see what you get before I show it to you. All right, so y'all should have. All right, Willie, watch. 3 times 3 is 9.
Yeah.
Minus 12i. Minus 12i. All right, here's the trick. Negative 4i times negative 4i is positive 16i squared. Now, Willie, what do I plug in place of I squared? Look on the board right here. Here it is. Anytime you got I squared, plug in a negative 1. So really, that's negative 1 times 16, which is just a minus 16. Did y'all follow me on that?
Not really.
Let me say it again. Anytime you got I squared, it tells you right here, I squared, you're going to have to plug in negative 1 in place of it. Then I timed it. All right, final answer. 9 minus 16 is negative 7. Negative 12 plus negative 12 is negative 24i. All right, that's 13. We good? Go to 14. Same thing. You got to write it twice. Now you got to full it out. I'm going to walk y'all through fulling this one out. All right, Ariana, if I put this in the calculator, what's root 5 times root 5 going to give me?
Root 10.
Nope.
No, 5.
5 times 5 is root 25, but root 25 changes into 5. So your calculator should just give you 5 on that. All right, now look. I can't multiply root 5 by 2i. Not the same kind of number, so what do? You just write them together. I got 2i root 5. I got another 2i root 5. 2i times 2i is 4i squared. let's check it. You good? All right, Willie, what's gonna happen with this I squared again? We just went over it.
It's gonna get,
All right, look, Willie, what's gonna happen with I squared again? What's it become?
negative 1.
So that's -1 times 4, guys. That's really just a -4. Mark that out, put a -1 in place of that. Anytime you get I squared, you're gonna need to do that. All right, final answer. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2i plus 2i is 4i.
Right, why would you?
Go ahead.
4,
Like term is root 5. Add up the numbers in front, bring down the root 5. All right, 15 is another one that's just full method. Y'all can do 15 by yourself. All right, look at the next one. 8 minus I. Now look, I went ahead and took my i's out. Ariana, if you look on the paper, they both had square root of -11 there. I went ahead and took the i's out when I wrote it down. You're going to have to do that. Okay, so I'll wait on y'all to make that fix, and then we'll fold it out. All right, so let's fold it. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times I, that gives you 8i, and just bring the root 11 down behind it.
And then you repeat the over again.
Now, that's right. Now this time though, Willie, it'll be -8i.
Yeah.
All right, here's the hard part, Willie. You watching? I got to times that and that together. So I got -i times +i, that's -i squared. 11 times 11 is root 121. All right, now we got to clean that up. All right, I squared is -1, right?
These are not gonna be on the test.
It is. So that's like a negative times a negative. That's going to be a positive. And what's 121 turn into? So that's really, all of this on the end, guys, is just positive 11.
So it'll be
All right, Willie, what happens in the middle with a plus 8i and a minus 8i? They cancel. 64 plus 11, I think, is 75.
Yep.
All right, 17. Y'all should be able to do 17. You distribute, then add like terms. I'll give y'all 30 seconds on that, and I'm waiting on you for number 18. 18's got 3 parentheses. Y'all got a suggestion how we do this one? I know we got to fold it, but how can we fold all 3 at one time? You can't. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold this one and this one together and get an answer. After we get that answer, we're going to bring the third one down and fold those 2 again. All right, let's see what we get. Let's fold it. So I got 8 minus 20i plus 6i minus 15i squared. All right, Ariana, what does minus 15i squared turn into? All right, good. We're getting better. All right, so I got 8 plus 15. I got 23 minus 14i for that. All right, now bring down the third one, 4 minus 3i, and I need y'all to fold that out, and then you'll be done. And I'm gonna need my calculator for this one. 23 times 4. Got 92.
and then you just
That turns into a minus 42. And I got 50 in the front. I got to add negative 69 plus negative 56. I got negative 125i. Y'all check that. So I wouldn't give y'all more than one of those on the test. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
All right, y'all can go ahead and mark out 23 and 24. We're not going to do those on the test. I do have to show you 19 through 22.
And the bathroom break.
Then we'll do it back.
Sorry, get out of these.
23 and 24, mark them out. Those are not going to be on the test. All right, make sure y'all's phones are up. All right, 19. All right, Jason, look, we got to solve for n. Okay, what happens to 25 when I move it over? So I got n squared equals negative 25. Write it down. All right, next step. I take a square root. Now, what's the square root of positive 25? 5. So negative 25 will be 5i. Plus or minus 5i is my answer. Where did the plus or minus come from? Anytime you're solving and you take a square root, that's right. Positive 5i is one answer. Negative 5i is the other. Going to do 20 the same way. All right, Ariana, what do I move over first? So it'll be m squared equals negative 10. Now find the square root of positive 10. Let's see if that simplifies. It does not simplify. So your answer is plus or minus I root 10.
Yeah.
You still got to bring your I out. Don't forget that. All right, 21's a little different. What do y'all think we move over first? 42. That'd be 6y squared equals negative 42.
42 divided by 6 is
Good, Willie. What is that?
I thought you minus the best.
so negative.
I moved over 42 first, made it negative 42. So now Willie says divide by 6. That'd be y squared equals negative 7.
It'd be I root 7.
Plus or minus I root 7. Don't forget your plus or minus, Willie. All right, so y'all should be able to do 22. Do it just like we did 21.
So why did you put root over there? Just go to the
You have to do a square root now to get rid of the square. I just skipped it. All right, so again, y'all did 22 just like we did 21. All right, you guys know how a couple weeks ago we had problems that had something like this. 2 plus 3 root 2 with a root 5 on the bottom. You guys know the rule where you can't have a square root on the bottom, you got to simplify it. Same thing here, you can't have an I on the bottom of a fraction either. So we have to simplify it. How do you simplify it is, you multiply both sides by whatever's on the bottom chance, but you flip the sign in front of the I. So, we got to multiply by 1 minus 3i on top and bottom. Yeah. So, if I say multiply by the opposite, what that is called is the conjugate. So if I were to say the opposite or the conjugate, it just means flip the sign on what's in front of the I. All right, so we got to pull out the top and pull out the bottom, and it should take the I off the bottom after we're done. So let's check it. 2 times 1 is 2. I got a minus 6i, minus 4i. All right, look, negative times a negative is a positive 12i squared.
Wait.
I'll stop there and let you look at it. All I'm doing is the full method. You see where I got negative 6i and negative 4i. Okay. All right, Ariana, what's that I squared change into right there? So that's going to make that a negative 12. So here's what I've got on top. 2 minus 12 is negative 10 minus 10i. Check my math, make sure we're good. All right, we can go to the bottom. 1 times 1. I got a minus 3i. I got a plus 3i. I got a minus 9i squared. All right, Allie, what's this minus 9i squared change into? All that changes into a plus 9.
Wait, where'd you get the 9i and all that?
Right here, you ready? 1 times 1 gave me 1. 1 times negative 3i. Yeah, and then on the end, I did 3 times negative 3 is negative 9, and I had an I squared with it
Where'd you get the positive?
when I times those two. All right, so on the bottom, these two cross out. 1 plus 9 is 10. Now, if you can simplify it, you have to simplify. What do I mean by that? What can I divide these three numbers by right here? 10, so that becomes -1 minus 1I over 1. I don't have to show the 1 on the bottom. All right, so that is how you fix it if it's got an I on the bottom. All right, can we go to number 2? All right, so this time, Willie, if I'm going to multiply by the opposite of what's on the bottom,
Yeah.
what's going to go here and here?
2 plus I.
2 plus I, 2 plus I. Very good. See if you guys can foil the top and bottom, see what you get. All right, so if I multiply the top, I got 3 times 2 is 6, plus 3I, minus 2I, minus 1I squared. All right, well, that's just going to change into a plus 1. So I got 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 1I. Y'all check my math. Is that right? All right, so now do the bottom, see what you get. You should start to get faster working with these eyes.
Nope.
No.
No.
You will get faster.
They're so confusing.
2 times 2 is 4. I got a plus 2I. I got a minus 2I. Minus I squared is the same thing as plus 1. Check that. Make sure y'all understand how I got that. All right, so Ariana, what's going to happen here in the middle with plus 2I and minus 2I? 4 plus 1 is 5. All right, that's the answer I got on number 2. I thought that was a little bit easy. All right, so we're going to do number 3, number 4, and then probably number 9. We'll just do 5 of them today, and then we'll stop. So we're going to do 3, 4, and 9. All right, any question on number 2? All right, let's go to number 3. All right, for number 3, Ariana, what do I multiply by on both sides, top and bottom? Positive 2I here, positive 2I there. All right, this one should be faster because you don't have to do FOIL, you just have to distribute.
You always multiply.
You always multiply by the opposite or the conjugate of what's on the bottom. Let's see what y'all got. On the top, we got 12I plus 10I squared, which is minus 10. All right, what's going to go on the bottom? I got negative 4I squared, which is what? Positive 4. All right, simplify them all now by 2, and you get for your answer 6I minus 5 over 2. All right, good. Go to number 4.